God says in Jeremiah chapter 21 that he will fight against the people of Israel with an outstretched hand and a mighty arm in anger and fury and great wrath. God also says that he will show them no mercy or pity or compassion. And when I first read this, I was thinking, why does God seem so different from the God of love and grace? But I realized that it's not that God is being different, but God has just many sides to him. One side of God is that God cares a lot about justice, because in verse 12 of chapter 21, God mentions that to the people to administer justice every morning and rescue those who have been robbed from the hand of their oppressors. And if the people do not administer justice every morning, then God's wrath will burn like fire and no one can quench it. This shows how much God cares about justice, how intensely passionate God is about justice. And because the people did not administer justice every morning, they now have a choice to make. They can either stay in a city that they were being unjust in, and they will die by the sword, famine, or plague, or they can actually surrender to the Babylonians and they will actually leave. It reminds me of this verse in the New Testament that talks about how whoever wants to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life will find it. And in this case, the people have been living in sin. Their sin was injustice, and if they want to continue preserving their life by staying in the city, they will actually lose it by dying under God's wrath. But if they actually counterintuitively surrender and lose their life to God, to the people that God has sent, which is the Babylonians, then they will actually leave. And my prayer for us is that we will both look at our own city. What is the city that we are trying to live in? And if this is the city that we think we can live in, which is actually not what God wants, then we will actually die. And I pray that we will learn how to surrender to God's will, and by doing so, hopefully we will be able to experience